Konnichiwa. It's your boy. I am the second coming at you with episode 3 of Anime Talks Plus. Alright, so today I'm finally going to get into Dr. Stone, okay? Now, you see I have a notebook here. You know, I made some notes, you feel me? Excuse the sloppy handwriting. But yeah, this time I couldn't memorize it because trying to pronounce their names is fucking horrible, alright? So mainly I'm going to be using this for their names because I can't pronounce it, I can't remember it, I'm not there yet, you know, I'm really not there yet. But yeah, let's get this started. So, let's start with the fact that, you know, it was a normal day on Earth in Japan. Everything was cool, everything was chilling. You know what I mean? Tajo was about to confess his love to Yuzuri. That's what I'm gonna call her. Her name is a little longer, but that's what I'm gonna call her. Yuzuri. And he was about to go under the tree, profess his love to her, and then all of a sudden, Thanos out this bitch. Like, everyone turned into stone damn near immediately. Immediately. Like, I'm still wondering where the fuck did this come from, bro? Like, everybody just got petrified out of nowhere, bro. Yeah, it's called petrified. I really thought it was called purified at first. I don't get it. I looked it up. It's petrified. Whatever, right? So everyone in the world gets petrified. And the only people that didn't was actually the people that went up into space not too long before that petrification happened. You know, it was the International Space Station crew. It was, you know, 5 people in that crew, and one of them was Senku's dad. We're going to call him his dad because technically it's not his dad, but we're going to call him his dad, all right? Because he pretty much looked at him as a son. So Byaku Ishigami is his name. You know, he saw this fucking green glow go across Earth. And then he looked up on the feed, you know what I mean, and saw that on a social media stuff, because they still had internet connection up there, I guess. You know, and he was able to see that, you know, people was posting about fucking people getting stoned, you know, turning to stone. Now, grant you, it's funny because before this petrification happened, there was actually birds that was turning into stone before everyone in the world got petrified, you know. And Senku is the only one who was even curious about it, really, or you know, looking into it. It seemed like everyone was just thinking like someone made this or whatever it seemed like. All right. Now, once the crew realizes what's going on, they decide to crash land on Earth and try to save everyone. But, you know, it's not what you think, though. They didn't try to save everyone at once. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we gotta save them right now, we gotta do it. Nah, they was just like, let's start off by creating our own village. Because they crash landed on an island. I think it was separated from the mainland, and they had no real way of getting to the mainland, so practically they were stuck on an island. Now, if they had crash landed and was actually able to make it to the mainland, I think things would have turned out differently. But once they crash landed on the island and, you know, were separated from the mainland, there was nothing they could really do about it. Yeah, so the 5 crew, you know, they started hooking up with each other, started creating this village called Ishigami Village, and Byaku would tell tales, you know, so that people would be interested in stuff such as, you know, stones, you know, minerals, materials, things that will rebuild civilization from the stone world to modern times. at that time, so that they would be interested. So he would tell these stories, and his girlfriend would tell them stories, and it would just get passed down. And Senku was actually part of the stories too, and he actually left them a message in that story. So I found that to be interesting because that was his gift to Senku before he died. And this was about, I don't know, 3,700 years ago. Yeah, I had to add that in there. Yeah, it's been that long. Senku was petrified, and everyone else was damn near petrified for 3,700 fucking years. Yeah, it's like that. You feel me? It's like that. So this man finally was able to break out. How? It was some liquid in the cave that contained the partial ingredients to making the depetrification solution. That's what I'm gonna call it. Yeah, it sounds stupid, but that's what I'm gonna call it. Or actually, let's call it the cure. Let's call it the cure for petrification. All right. So it was just one of the few ingredients he used to actually make the cure to petrification. Now, he depetrified the two friends that I had mentioned earlier, Taijo and then Yuzuri. So those was the two he depetrified first. But that was only 6 months after he had already woken up. Yeah, he was working on that. He didn't just fucking make it out of thin air. It's not like that. That's not one of those types of animes. He just don't make shit out of thin air. So, yeah, he depetrified those two. Fast forward, he depetrified someone by the name of Tsukasa. I don't know, man. Look, let's just call him he was the most primal human on Earth 3,700 years ago. Let's just call him... Oh, actually, his last name is Shishio. Let's just call him Shishio, because I can't pronounce this shit, bro. I'm telling you. I just can't. Yeah, but this man, came out and was like, Senku, what are your plans? What do you intend to do with this stone world? Senku was like, I'm about to bring this bitch back with science. He didn't like that very much. Yo, this man was like, bro, I think I'm gonna have to kill you now. Damn near. Like, bro, this man was like, oh, were you trying to bring science back and all that corruption and shit? Nah, I like this stone world. I think I might have to kill you, my guy. I think I might have to kill you. Yeah. It's like that. Yeah, and actually, for a moment, he actually thought he killed Senku. But Senku is so fucking smart, bro. This man is so smart and cunning. It's ridiculous, bro. It's almost like he has a solution to every predicament, that comes up. Or he comes up with a solution for a predicament that he may not have been, wary of. And it's crazy, bro. It's crazy how he thinks because, it's not like he sits there and his wheels are always turning, bro. It's always turning. It's crazy, and I love to look at it, bro, because here's a guy who is way stronger than Senku. Mind you, Senku is really like a nerd stature. He doesn't have any real physical attributes or anything like that. And you have this man who is damn near like Tarzan, king of the jungle type shit, bro. Able to fucking beat his ass, bro. Beat up a fucking lion with his bare hands and shit. And this man left a petrification in the back of his neck, not knowing that this man was going to try to kill him by hitting him in the back of the neck, bro. But I think he manipulated him to do that. Yeah, I think that's what happened. But like, it's crazy because he hit him with that fucking strike. He's supposed to be dead. Moments later, bro, his friends realize like, yo, he's still petrified at the back of his neck. So what happens is once you get de-petrified, anything that was hurt gets healed, like damn near immediately. So once you get de-petrified, you get fucking healed. So let's fast forward a little bit. And, you know, Senku and his two friends go their separate ways, and he tells them to infiltrate the Empire of Might, because that's the empire he's been creating in the Stone World. Shishio is, we're gonna call him, actually I'm gonna call him Mr. Prime. That's what Mr. Prime was creating, which is the Empire of Might. And Senku was like, yo, you guys infiltrate that. I'm gonna go and venture out, trying to, you know, do stuff on my end. They said, oh, word, bet. Well, actually, they kind of fought with them. They was like, no, we don't want to separate, da, 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 da. Then they finally came to an understanding, and they went their separate ways. And now, you know, technically on the opposite side of the pond, but not really. They're just spies, pretty much. So now Senku has arrived to Ishigami Village, and he doesn't know that his father has left this village to him when he first get there, of course. But the Ryori, who is the lead, you know, she's pretty much, she's not in charge, but she's like, she holds a high status, right? And she's sick though. She's sick. I believe Senku said she had like some form of a bacterial infection or something. As long as it wasn't tuberculosis, he knew he could cure it. And he got to this village. He met someone by the name of Chrome, who classified himself as a sorcerer when really he was just a scientist. Really, what he was, he got interested in science, but didn't know it was called science, so he called it sorcery. That's pretty much what happened. So Senku pretty much took him under his wing, like, bro, I got you. It's not called sorcery. That shit ass. It's called science. Let me teach you about science. And Chrome was blown away. Bro, I tell you, he was like, oh my God, there's so much to learn about science. Science is so great. Yeah. But, you know, the villagers are having trouble with an outsider coming in, but he actually fights for the hand of Rory because she's single, and I guess marrying someone of that high status is based on your ability to fight. That's how they chose the men for her, or the man for her. And somehow, through Senku's wit, with the help of Gin, who I will kind of get into later on, he managed to win. Married her, and then divorced her all in that same minute. He still became the village chief, but like still, it was kind of like, I understand science is your priority, but damn, dude, like, you just gonna divorce her like that on the spot? Sheesh. It's like that? But, yeah, so Gen was part of the Empire of Might. And he met Senku. And Senku convinced him to join the Kingdom of Science. You want to know how? Bro, Gen said, all I want is a cola. Bro, Senku was like, bro, I got you. Getting like, yo, how you gonna make a fucking cola in this stone world? Senku like, yo, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. I got you. Say no more. And then he made him a fucking cola, bro. He actually did that shit, and Gen is now loyal to Senku. Over a soda, bro. Damn, it's crazy what you'll do for a soda, I guess. Yeah. But, you know, Senku has created some crazy inventions, you know, just off the top of his head, bro. Off the top of his head, bro. He has no way of referencing... Shit, I can't speak today. He has no way of referencing, you know, the shit that he wants to do. He has to do that shit off the top of the dome, bro. Off the top of the dome. You feel me? Bro, he created an electricity wheel. He created a way to melt steel. He created an antibiotic for Ryori, and she was fully cured after that shit. You know what I'm saying? He was able to create gas masks when they had to go and get sulfur. Bro, it's like gunpowder. He created gunpowder. You know what I mean? And all this other shit, bro. He created a lot more, but I'm not going to go into every little single thing that he created. But the one thing he's about to create right now is cell phones, bro. You want to know why he wants to create cell phones, bro? Because he has to go into battle against, you know, Mr. Prime. Like I said, that's what I'm going to call him, Mr. Prime. So he figured the best weapon to defeat him is communications from a distance. Yeah. But he just skipped over radios, bro. He said, well, I don't think he's going to skip over radios. I think that's part of the step. And his main goal is cell phones. But he's like, nah, we can have radios. You know what I'm saying? But I want fucking cell phones, bro. Cellular devices. That's what I want. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want. That's pretty much how it went, bro. I'm not even gonna fraud you. But that was kind of just a rundown of what happened. Now, my opinion on the show is really fucking good. It's really fucking good. Like, I have no real complaints about it, man. I really don't. Senku is a character. For sure. You would think he's evil when really he's not. He's just a mad scientist who is able to do all these things for the benefit of mankind. Not many people are able to do that. You know what I mean? And like, it hasn't been a moment in the anime so far where I was like, bro, I'm bored. I'm tired of watching this shit. I'm tired. It just haven't been a moment like that for me yet. You know, I think they ended season 1 and they're about to go on to season 2, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe season 1 is still going on. But I feel like from the way the episode ended, this could be the end of season 1. I'm probably wrong. Don't quote me on it. I'm not really a reliable source yet. And if I was to say anything else, I would recommend that if you have not seen Dr. Stone already, go and watch that shit. I don't think you'd be disappointed. Maybe it won't be your type of anime, you know? To each his own, right? You know, everyone likes their own style of shit. You know, and if you don't like it, you don't like it, you know? It is what it is. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, you shitty for not liking it. Or like, whoa, what's wrong with you? Nah, man, you know what I mean? You like what you like, bro. And everyone got their own style. Some people strictly like fighting anime. Some people like drama. Some people like romance, strictly. Hey, man, But I don't discriminate around here. You feel me? I don't discriminate. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. But that's all for this episode. And sayonara, matane.